Welcome to the end of the Reefscape regular season. Next stop, Worlds. Ya win, ya in. And there's some other things, but monkey wrenches. 23 events to talk about, and luckily for me, a ton of these regionals were won by teams who already won regionals, so I can just copy and paste those sections. We do have a couple events with no finals footage, and I'm up to the gills as is. So sorry to these events, I cannot talk about you. So much to get into, so let's get into it. Starting off at the South Florida Regional, with Swamp and Spam doing what they do, winning their 9th regional together. These number neighbors rule Florida. They already won the Orlando Regional together, and the start of this section was just copy and pasted from the Orlando Regional section. But they had to run the table in the lower bracket after losing their first playoff match to the 8th seed. The 5 seed combined for 4 top tube in auto, but 180 had 4 alone. The 5 seed was all offense, and Eaglebotics played mean defense for the 1 seed. The Coconuts had drops, which didn't help their scoring, while the number neighbors maxed out that reef. The Coconuts were the only team to get the deep climb, but the 1 seed came away by 69. Don't say it. Don't. The 1 seed of Team Bean and North Gwinnett Robotics beat the Robo Lions and Walton Robotics for the Peachtree District. Gwinnett put up some yeet shots and seemed to be the only one concerned about scoring algae. Lions and Walton were all tube, but had some issues clearing the reef. The Robo Dragons and Metal Mountain had defense down, and the latter got a little too enthusiastic at the opposing reef. Hard hits abounded as the 1 seed pulled away with it. Gotta clear that algae out, can't sleep on it. Team Bean was the only one to get airborne, but it was still enough in the 41-point victory. The little town of Bethlehem at the Mid-Atlantic District went to 3 finals matches because week 6 is allergic to me sleeping. The 2 seed faced off against the 1 seed, with the 2 seed being the definition of consistent. The 1 seed tied the series after a little penalty, and match 2 went a long way. The 1 seed had the 7-point lead out of auto, with 1 top tube making that difference. Mort and Mechanical Mustangs worked on algae, with the Fighting Robo Vikings on tube. PD Robotics seemed to have elevator trubs, so they went to defend red as Miss Daisy and Aperture worked on the reef. Credit where credit is due, PD did an amazing job, but this is a tough alliance to defend. The reefs looked pretty even, but that barge was all blue. Aperture couldn't get the climb in time, while the 2 seed had that ever-reliable triple deep. Cannot sleep on that algae, and the 2 seed got the 40-point dub. The 2-seeded So Sick Alliance beat the 2-seeded Ballard Alliance at the New England District Championship, because who said the 1 seed has to have all the fun? Both of the division finals went to a tiebreaker, which I ain't gonna talk about because I have 20 other events to get to. The Ballard division had the lead in auto, in part to Gonpi and the Herd putting up 4 top tube with their Venus flytrap intake. The Blue Devils put algae up and pretty quickly cleared the reef. The Ballard Alliance rallied to take the lead, but So Sick was so sick with it. Rosie Robotics defended red with a hard hit breaking off a piece of Wyndham windup. Eagles of Zeus disconnected at the Coral Station, which hurt red's offense going into endgame. Both sides maxed out the reef, but the climbs make it or break it. So Sick got the triple deep, while Ballard only got 1 up. If only, algae and endgame. So what's going to happen with these matches? Algae and Endgame. How about those Buckeyes? The 3 seed beat the 1 seed in a wire-to-wire finals match 2. The 3 seed put up 7 top 2 in auto to the red 6. The Flying Circuits and Bison Robotics filled up their reef, while Igniters had to take some time to free Ozone from Algae. The Argonauts and Devil Tech played great defense for their sides, and Ozone's Algae shots closed the gap significantly. Both sides got the triple deep, but the Blue Alliance came away with it. The Technology Alliance beat the Science Alliance for Ontario. OP, once again, 2 OP with it. Their strategy changed the last time I talked about them. Oh, they're Canadian. Boot them. They got a 4-piece in auto, which is typically a 5-piece, but in this match, the 5th one didn't get the mark. Team Dave and Waffles dealt with Algae early as the biggest birds played defense. OP soloed the barge for Blue and joined Cyber Cavs to attack the reef. Markham Firebirds played defense to slow Red down, and OP and Cavs are tough to keep up with regardless. Blue filled up the trough and got the double deep. OP got the deep climb in divisional finals, but didn't get it here. But they didn't have it at all at the start of the season, so they must have Swiss cheesed it to get the weight down. All this combined for the huge win for OP's umpteenth district championship win. The 1 seed and the 7 seed took things to 3 finals at the Smoky Mountains Regional. The 1 seed won the first match, even though they lost at the Reef, because they nailed the triple deep, which made up the difference. The 7 seed won finals 2 with a last-second trough shot from Griffin Command to give them a 1-point win. 1 point, 1 point. Trough is 2 points, 1 point. Going into the tie break, Breakaway filled up the barge with Algae as their partners all scored tube. Powerhouse was a powerhouse in this one. They effortlessly cycled tube while touting the biggest number I've ever seen from a number 1 ranked team at an event. The Robo Racers closed off a Blue Coral Station, which really hindered the 7 seeds' attempts to get back in it. Blue got the double deep, but the 1 seed got the triple deep for the 17-point win. The 1 seed of Toolcats and Rokori Ratcheteers beat the 3 seed of Binary Battalion and Semiconductor for the Granite City Regional. This one was a close auto, with the Toolcats making one of what should be a 1 tube 3 Algae auto. Beautiful movement. Love me some Algae autos. They don't get enough love. Despite not getting the points, it still clears out the reef for Teleop. Binary Battalion and Toolcats battled at the barge as Raiders of the Lost Spark played ruthless defense at the Red Coral Stations. They look like a prime Ray Lewis out there, delivering massive hits to the Ratcheteers. Semiconductors had mechanical trubs after they almost beefed it, leaving the 3 seed with a mismatch. Their woes continued as Terabytes played defense on Battalion, which left them high and dry on 2 Algae. And I mean high and dry. That bumper was like 50 degrees from the carpet. Lost Spark saved them, but it was too little too late to get back in it. Just look at that reef disparity. Both sides got the double deep with the park, but the 1 seed got that lopsided win. Popping across the state to the Northstar Regional, where the 1 seed of Nightcrawler and X-Hounds beat the 2 seed of Tonkabots and Inconceivable! Still can only say it like that. Nightcrawler got their Ferris wheel arm into action as Hexhounds scored Algae. Robocats bottomed out while defending Blue, giving the 2 seed a chance to force a tiebreaker. Iron Paws played defense on the 1 seed, but the 1 seed didn't seem to mind. There's no shortage of tube on that side. You don't really need the coral stations at that point. Both sides got the double deep with inconceivable almost getting up. I don't get the no card. If only. Because 10 points would have come in real handy. Change that 8 to a 9. Big difference. Much different story. Go into the Oklahoma where the wind comes sweeping down the Plain Regional, where the 1 seed of Team Scream and Bearbots beat the 2 seed of Robo Ducks and Team Titanium. Scream and Bearbotics tandem Coral and Algae with Sprockets on some mean defense. The 1 seed simply had faster cycle times, despite Liberty Robotics slowing Bearbotics down and making them drop a lot of tube at the station. Blue had a full L4 and L3, which Red almost matched. Both sides only got 1 up, which is very peculiar for week 6 events, but the 1 seed still got it done by 20. The 1-seeded Apollo winner took down the 1-seeded Mercury winner at the Texas Championship. No disrespect to Robochargers or Valor, but this is an upset. The Robonauts and Robo Wranglers on the same alliance is world-ending. Apollo had the lead out of Auto after the Wranglers bot couldn't see the April tag for its normal 3-piece. The Robochargers were so quick with barge scoring, even if the Algae didn't always want to stay in. The Knots and Wranglers filled up the reef as Vector played defense on Red. All the Red bots worked offense, with Robochargers stealing some Algae from Blue's side and doing a bit of trolling on the way. Mercury maxed out the reef, giving them the lead briefly, but more Apollo Algae kept it close. Both sides got the double deep, but the Apollo division got the nail-biting victory in this one. The 1 seed and 4 seed took things to a tiebreaker at AVR. Epic Robots make it 3 for 3 on the season with a win in this one. They teamed up with Robot Dolphins from Outer Space, who they faced off in the finals at Orange County. All 3 of these matches were very close, with the 2 seed forcing the tiebreaker after the Nerd Herd bottomed out on Algae while defending Blue. Defense wins championships, people! The 4 seed had the lead out of Auto and maintained it by keeping pace with Red. Both alliances cleared out Algae and Super Cycles, with Epic putting up their beautiful free throws. Look at that form, nice low knees, beautiful release. The Nerd Herd had all their wheels on the ground, and that defense kept the 4 seed at bay. With the reef tied, it came down to the climb. Epic and Dolphins got the double deep, while Titanium Robotics got up for Blue, but contact with the chain negated that climb. Very controversial call. I know the comments on the video were not loving it. The Funky Monkeys parked, and Nerd Herd defense kept Tribe Robotics from making it back to the barge zone. If only, as the 1 seed came away victorious. 8 points! 8 points, that'd be a 2-point win the other way if this climb was successful, or was called successful. You'll have to let me know what you think about this ending. I mean, what a rug pull. They were celebrating and everything. Taking a look at the PNW champs, the 3 seed of Jack in the Bot and Sonic Squirrels beat the 2 seed of Velocity Raptors and Chill You don't have to say out, 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 okay? You have free will. Jack's 2 up, 2 down auto worked to perfection with their arm doubling as an algae catapult. They kept out with chill outs and Raptors algae, clearing the floor of it. This one had no defense, with all the robots just focused on outscoring each other. NRG filled the trough, but only in one section, which ended up descoring some pieces. Red took relatively early climbs for the fact that Jack and the bot can hang in less than a second. The 2 seed got the triple park, but the 3 seed got that triple deep. Hefty scoring and a hefty 54-point win. The 1 seed and 2 seed took things to 3 at the Indiana State Championship because heaven forfend I have an easy week. Just a testament to the level of district play because nothing out of the ordinary happened in the first 2 finals. Just raw offense. Super Duper Robotics fumbled a tube in auto, which gave the 2 seed the slight lead, but the 1 seed got back in it with all of them filling the barge up. Tech Hounds also had some into the processor, which helped their lead grow. Maverick Robotics played some defense in the dwindling seconds as Cybertooth and Tindley Trailblazers maxed out the reef. This one was pretty close, but trough shots made the difference, as well as Tindley not getting up and Maverick contacting the chain, which negates the climb points. That's a triple park to the 1 seed's double deep, and the 1 seed got the tiebreaker and the state by 42. The 1-seeded Hemlock Alliance beat the 1-seeded Active Alliance for state, with some of the more iconic teams battling out in the grand finale bracket. Yes, grand finale bracket. Whereas these district championships have 2 fields playing to a winner, Michigan has 4. Oh yeah, and the grand finals went to 3 finals matches because week 6 is just piling it on to me. Finals 1 went Hemlock's way, with the hot team and Strike Force firing on all cylinders, as well as nailing that triple deep. The second match went Active's way after Hemlock couldn't match the double climb. We've seen enough tiebreakers to realize the rule of 3's in effect. You know something's gotta give. Active had the lead with an auto reading like a combo meal. 7 top tube, 1 level 2, and an algae from Demons Robotics. Love auto algae. Hot and Strikers got super cycles going as Enigma Robotics missed the barge shot that I'm sure will have no major effect on this match. Enigma stole some algae on the red side to kick off the craziest chain reaction I've ever seen. That piece they missed earlier rolls into the path of engine nerds, who kick it to Enigma, who kick it to Demons, who field it, and yeah, up there they go. And when it rains, it pours, cause Enigma got Coral stuck in their intake as Strike Force went to defend. Strike Force out there playing both sides of the ball, looking like a regular Travis Hunter out there. Hemlock maxed out the reef and got the triple deep climb just to flex. Like, this one was over halfway through. Rough way for states to end, especially with everything being so hard fought, as Hot, Strike, and Flurb get the blowout win. The 1 seed beat the 8 seed in the North Carolina finals after the 8 seed went on a run in the lower bracket. Link had some yeets for algae up high, and Avalanche scored some algae down low. Darkside cleared the reef for the 8 seed as Wired Wizards and Triple Strange went after Tube. Avalanche switched to defense at the coral stations, which really hindered those blue cycle times. And that defense was really frustrating the human player out there. Only one bot got up, but the 1 seed got that win. The 1 seed of Mech Tech Dragons and the Blair Robot Project beat the 2 seed of Newton Squared and the Robo Bees for the Chesapeake District. The 2 seed got the lead out of Auto with a Newton tube just barely hanging on. And that tube is just like me for real. Bees and Newton Squared put up scores with their pretty arms, but the time they spent on algae let Mech Tech and BRP pull away at the reef. Cav bots and shore bots played defense for their sides, but the 1 seed still maxed out that reef. Both sides only got 1 up, and after 7 minutes of deliberation, the blue seed comes away with the win. I don't know what they needed all of that time for. I think it was to see if this was a climb, but it wouldn't have made a difference in scoring either way. There's rolling over the competition, and then there's what the Robo Tigers and Stypulse did at New York City. When you beat the 8 seed 215 to 39, you can pump the brakes a little bit. They beat the 3 seed of Rambots and Center Punch, and B is putting it lightly. In the 3 playoff matches they played in, the 1 seed beat the 3 seed by a combined total of 719 to 336. The 1 seed had 6 top tube in Auto to the 3 seed's 3, and they kicked it into a higher gear after that. Sty and Tigers worked on the barge and the reef as the 3 seed had all hands on deck to keep up. The Iron Maidens had a coral stuck in their intake, and by the time they got it out, the 1 seed had their reef all but filled. Sty and Tigers got the double deep to cap off the blowout win. The 1 seed faced off against the 6 seed in the final Wisconsin finals. Hilltopper finally got a banner on the season after teaming up with Nicolette Fear and taking down Winnovation and Roundtable Robotics. Riverside Robo Tigers laid a hard hit to the cage to play disruptive defense as their partners scored. Roaring Robotics switched from defense to help with scoring because that Riverside defense absolutely shut down the 6 seed. Hilltopper and Fear ran away with the reef scoring, and not even a Winnovation climb could make a dent in this deficit. Taking a look at the Central Valley Regional, a regional I almost skipped because they didn't have footage until like an hour before I went to record this video. The 1 seed of Duncan Dynamics and Gray Bots beat the 2 seed of Harker Robotics and Torbots. Amazing that it took me this long to talk about the Gray Bots. Both sides got 6 top tube and a trough in Auto, meaning we got a tied game going into teleop. Very even throughout the whole match. Both sides handled top tube, algae, and had rock and robots on defense. Imagine defense in California. The 1 seed pulled ahead as Rockin' Robots tightened down on their defense, letting Duncan and Gray Bots get a hefty reef advantage. The 1 seed got 2 up, but the 2 seed got that triple climb. Silver lining, because those reef points tip things the 1 seed's way. Defense wins championships, people! Ending the regular season off at the East Bay Regional, the final California Regional ever. And who else to win it but the Cheesy Poofs? They had 3.5 top tube in Auto, with Highlander missing a top 2, but hey, count it for some trough points. Both captains scored algae with some proper 2008 bots, while the rest of the alliances filled that reef up. The Crusaders also make it 3 for 3 on the year, with their slam dunk claw helping max out the reef with 40 seconds left. Now this is a California I know. No defense whatsoever. It's offense until someone blinks first, and the 1 seed had their eyes wide open the whole time. Both sides got the double deep, and the pumpkin bots got a shallow climb, marking the first time this season I talk about a team having a shallow climb in the finals. Red got the event high score, and we say goodbye to California Regionals. And we also say goodbye to the regular season. Next stop is Worlds, and Worlds is about to cook. I am so hyped for this. I will see if I can get to a bits to talk about all the everything else from week 6. Next week, I'm gonna have a Worlds prediction video once divisions are announced. So I will see you then, and then after Worlds, and maybe at Worlds, who knows? See you when I see ya. And remember, gracious in victory, professional in defeat. Amen.
We got 1, 2. Oh, baby, a triple on the red side. Can the blue side get out? Only one on the blue side.